struggling plotter here. It's been quite a while since I put a video with regards to the allotments. There's been quite a few things going on over the last 7 months or so. Basically the background to it is that I've been here 11 years, and in that 11 years I've attempted as much as I can to keep out of politics with regards to the allotments and the running of the allotments, because like everybody else you just want to come, do your own stuff and be able to go home. Issue with that though is that there's been a marked decrease in the presentation of the allotments. Let's just say a lot of empty plots that have not been filled. It seems to have been a lack of interest from certain aspects within the allotments, and because of that a lot of the plots have become overgrown. That has then led to complaints going into the local parks department, which in turn led to the parks manager speaking to the site manager here. Now, for some reason the site manager has got it into his head that it was me who actually made that complaint. I've explained to him that it wasn't me who made the complaint, and at the same time I offered to get involved more in order so that we could turn things around on the allotments, basically helping with the management of it just till we got back on our feet. He seems to be really happy with that, so I offered to do certain things, for instance apply for funding to do the repairs and other things that we wanted to do on the allotment. I also spent a lot of time getting some of the other plots into a usable or lettable state. I also managed to get the gates fixed at the end of the allotments, which have been broken for the last 11 years as far as I'm aware. But I managed to get that done, and as I said, there's quite a few things that I was actually putting into place and trying to get sorted. However, at every turn I was met with a brick wall, so obviously I became really frustrated. Within that time I also then had a death in the family. As people will probably know, I did put up a video a few weeks ago regarding Dexter, the German Shepherd, my boy, who died quite suddenly a few weeks ago. It was a real shock to me. It affected me quite a lot. In fact, it still affects me now. Quite difficult to speak about. But because of that, obviously, it compounded everything else that was going on within the allotments. So I basically had to take a step back and reevaluate what it was that I wanted to do. But that really, the death of Dexter, brought things to a head for me. I also then found out that site manager had been slagging me off to other people who would quite happily listen to what he had to say. It was things like, Bill's not bothered with the allotments for the last 10 years, now it looks like he's trying to take over, which was not the case at all. I offered to help, and that's all I offered to do. But what really cheesed me off, and I have to use my words quite well here because it did more than cheese me off, was a statement that he was alleged to have made, which were regarding the bank details for the allotments. Now, in order to claim funding, we have to be able to put the money into a bank account. So I obviously asked him for those details on a number of occasions. I put 3 or 4 different applications, or tried to put 3 or 4 different applications in. However, each time I asked for the information, I was given one excuse or another, but it actually appears from information I received that he allegedly stated to another person that Bill's not getting his grubby hands on the bank details. It's not his money, he's not touching it, or something along those lines. Now for me, that is an absolute slap in the face, and it shows exactly what these people actually think about me. When Dexter died, I also then received a message from the site manager with condolences of the death of Dexter, and the only thing I could think of at the time was you. I thought, you hypocrite, absolute hypocrite. And so, combined with all those things and the fact that these things have been said about me, I decided enough's enough. I don't want anything to do with the people on this allotment, or for the fact that I decided to actually get involved and help, which is all I wanted to do. So to get to the point here now, this is going to be my last video on the allotments. If Sarah turns round, she'll be able to show you exactly what I've actually done in the last couple of days. So obviously polytunnels come down, everything's been moved, all my covering and everything's gone. Basically everything's been emptied out, because as I say, I'm off this allotment. I spoke to a couple of people on other allotments who I'm really friendly with, and I was offered a couple of possibilities on other allotments. So I decided, as I say, when Dexter died, that I needed to make a new start. So what I've done is I've basically spoken to the manager from the parks, and I've agreed that I'm going to move on to another allotment. So this, as I say, is going to be the last video I do on these allotments. However, what's a couple of seconds to you will be probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks for me. But I will be back. I will give you a tour around my new allotment plot, which is actually being co-run by myself and Sarah, my daughter. So hopefully we'll be able to keep getting those videos out to people. Let's hope that people leave some positive comments on the video, and as I say, for now I'm going to just sign off, get back to you when I'm on the other allotment. Well, good morning boys and girls and in-betweenies. As promised, when I left the other plot, I said I'd give you a tour of this new plot. It is in a bit of a overgrown condition at the moment, but I'll give you a quick run round just to let you see what I've actually got on this plot. So I'll just turn you around now. Okay, so I have a shed. This shed just needs a bit more, needs some stuff doing with it, but I have a shed here. Next to it is this greenhouse, which has actually got a cage over it, because I believe the sun does beat down quite a lot on here. This area here, as you can see, is quite overgrown. I'm just making a start on it at the moment because I want to put a trailer here, and the polytunnel is going to go down there when I manage to get it up. So come back around here. So yeah, so I'm going to clear this spot here, and in that area there is going to be the IBC. So I need to sort all this out here, give it a clean down and hopefully get it sorted. got a little growth thing there. I forget what they're called. Well, if I remember, I'll put it up on there. And then we've got raised beds along here. So a couple, and there's paths in between. So this all needs trimming down and what have you. So looking over there, so where those trees are there is where the plot is as well. So we've got all this area here. Again, come round and around here, comes up here. Then we've got here, which is a compost bin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all this back here and basically put it all in there. I'm going to cover it all up. Fingers crossed it'll be all okay. So yeah, so this is my new plot. That part there, I believe, belongs to this plot here. So I believe that was for more disabled growers. But yeah, so as I say, got this here. Oh, that just reminds me, yeah, I've just seen these polystyrene things, but what I've seen here, which is absolutely brilliant, is a Belfast sink. I've got ideas for that. So yeah, made up. Well, so this is my new allotment. It's going to take a bit of work on it. I'll probably get this cut back and get it covered and what have you. So I'll be back in a bit.